The following is a presentation of TFNN.
11 seconds. You've got 10 seconds. The countdown going on right now. Morrow up the slope. 5 seconds left in the game. Do you believe in miracles? Yes!
Let's go to Ilka in Boston. Ilka, thanks for calling. Thanks for holding.
How are you?
I'm doing wonderful.
Steve, seriously, you guys are unbelievable. You are doing wonders for all the traders.
Well, thanks. We appreciate that.
The Trader's Edge. Now, Steve Rhodes.
Good morning, all you wonderful money masters and treasure hunters. Welcome to the July 1st Marvelous Monday edition of today's Opening Bell on the Trader's Edge. I'm your host, Steve Rhodes, and I absolutely treasure your presence here today. My outcome, as always, is to help you to become a better money master and to provide you with tools that each of us need in order to lead an inspired life. Because leading an inspired life, folks, that is what it's all about. So let's go look at one of our tools. Hope everybody out there had a fantastic weekend. We are in for a shortened trading session this week out here. But let's start off with one of our tools. This is the tool I call sharing a win-win proposition. You know, a strong relationship is a reciprocal relationship. That's why we need to develop the ability to share. We do that each and every day here at TFNN. And today, you've got Basil, Larry, Daryl, David, and myself, and we will share with you our thoughts on the markets and the tools that each of us use to assess where price is going. Now, the cool thing is that when each of us pass along something to someone else, whether it's an idea, a feeling, a resource, everybody, and I mean everybody, wins. You know, the Tigers and Tigresses, they do it all the time in the Tiger's Den, and they do it on a continuous basis. Think about it like this. If you share a good idea with 10 different people, they get to hear it once, and you get to hear it 10 times. It's probably going to do more for you, quite frankly, than it is for them. Now, the absolute best investment of my time is sharing my thoughts and ideas here with you each day. The best investment of my time is the hours each day that I put into my work, my newsletter, Mastering Probabilities for each of my clients, you know, and taking a look at each of the markets in an unbiased way. I have an expression, you've heard it before. The way you do anything is the way you do everything. And I believe, in fact, I know for certain that our capacity to grow, it's absolutely unlimited. The words I enjoy most is when someone says to me, you got me started, or you turned my lights on, or you turned my mind around, and you got me thinking all those beautiful things. Folks, if you've not taken advantage of my latest win-win proposition, please go do so. Go to the homepage of TFNN.com, download my free report, The Trend is Your Friend Until It Changes, and you know what? Do yourself, give you an added bonus out there. Take advantage of my daily newsletter service, Mastering Probability, which for the first time ever can be obtained for a 2-week free trial. There's no charge to your credit card. Just simply what you want to do is go sign up for it and then print out the expanded version of my newsletter for the next 2 weeks at a minimum. It will be the most comprehensive method for real-time education. So it's not going to be like reading a book and what was. It's going to be like following the markets. It's going to show you the different patterns that are out there and give you an idea. I think today's expanded model or version of the newsletter is about 70 pages. So each day can be a little booklet out there. And folks, let's go check out these markets here. Right now, as we come into the shortened holiday season out here, July 4th, the fireworks already beginning in the markets. We've got the Dow futures up 73 points, trading out at 14,897. S&P futures up 8 points, trading at 1607. NASDAQ futures up 20 points at 2921. Russell 2000. A couple points up as well. King dollar up about 9 pennies right now. You've got the euro up 15 ticks. No big deal there. A little bit of movement here in the yen. Gold trading up $15 at $12.38. We're certainly going to be taking like a gold. Silver as well. Silver right now trading up 13 pennies at 1960. Light sweet crude. Oh boy, maybe it's the unrest in Egypt out there, but you've got even the chart patterns all along here. I've been suggesting that light sweet crude is just trying to break out of a long-term descending price channel out there. That could spell some nasty trouble for us at the pumps right now. It's up $1.22. Trade out at 97.81. Let's see if we take a peek around the world. Let's see what we have going on out there. Over in Europa right now, you've got the DAX is up 34 points, trading at 79.93. The FTSE in London up 68 points, trading at 62.83. Over in Asia last night, it was green arrows across the board. You had the Nikkei up 175 points, a little over 1%. The Hang Seng up 1 7/10%. That was 363 points to the north. And the Shanghai up 16. That was up 0.8%. Our call-in number, you know it, 877-927-6648. Give us a call, and we can take a look at your stock, your commodity, anything that you would like. Let's start off by... You know what I've got on my screen here right now? If you are following along with us on TigerTV, thank you so much for doing that. You may be listening on the radio or your mobile device at TFNN.mobi. Remember, the live stream of this show can be obtained on your smartphone device. Just go to the homepage of TFNN.com. Over on the right-hand side, you'll see that button, 3 little smartphones. Click on that. This show will stream live to you. If we take a look here at the ES Mini, that's what we're looking at right now. If we go from the area where we saw the large downdraft really begin, which was now back on June 19th at about 6 o'clock in the morning, that's when we see the most recent high, 1649 out there. And if you go all the way down to last Monday's low, the ES Mini was making a low right around the 12 noon time frame on June 24th out at about the 1553.50 level. If you go from the high to that low, what you'll see is right around 1615 happens to be your sweet 618, your 618 retracement level. Now, if you take a look at this Gartley sell pattern that we have up on my screen, you'll see it also made a real nice 2.618 expansion of your B to C swing point out here. So we know where resistance is. In fact, let me go ahead and put my retracement ruler on my screen out here because we want to understand where the next levels of the floor are. So 1614.21 looks like that is maybe your exact 0.618 level. And so far, that has acted as a resistance level. If we do get a move above the 16, we'll call it 1615.50 out there. That sets up a move, a normal move, quite frankly, into the 1628 range. That would be the 0.786 retracement of that move from the top to the bottom. We can see here this morning, right at about 9 o'clock last night, as the futures were trading, they did get down to 1593. You can see they were moving towards that oversold territory. We got really oversold here at 10 o'clock in the morning on Friday, June 28th out there. And then we saw a bounce, kind of a little bit of a wild ride. Of course, we're seeing 100-point swings each and every day inside the Dow market, almost each and every day. And today is most certainly no different out there. So this means we go take a look at the daily chart. Here's what went on in the intraday chart in the heartbeat of the ES Mini, the EKG. Now let's go take a look at the actual daily futures contracts for each of the indexes out here. We'll come back to the ES Mini. Let's go take a look at the Dow out here. We'll take a look at the Dow futures. The Dow. Now, if you're watching us on Tiger TV, you see a number of different tools on my screen. In the actual price chart, what we're looking at is we're looking at 4 moving averages out here. At least I see 3 of them. Where's the 4th one? There we go, all the way down at the bottom. And those 4 moving averages being our 8, our 21, our 50, and our 200. We can see here that on the move down, on the daily chart, price has not gotten down to the 200-day exponential moving average. I suspect that it will between now and October 31st. When is the key question, but right now you want to know what is it doing today. Well, if we take a look at the A to B equals CD down, that completed last Friday. What we have seen is from that high, now this high here that we're looking at is different than the high we looked at on the 30-minute chart. Because on the 30-minute chart, we were really looking at the downdraft session that began out here, as I recall, on June the 19th, June 18th. The June 18th the high is what we were looking at. Now as we take a look at the daily chart, we're just zooming backwards a little bit. And we're coming off of the May 22nd high. In this case here in the Dow futures, that price was 15,523. Right now trading at 14,903. If we go from the high down to the low, what we'll see is you're trading really right around the 0.382 retracement. We can see this wide-ranging bar to the downside that took place on June 20th. The top of that has not been tested. And you can see in the top of that, by the way, is 15,046. At 15,122, that is your 0.618 retracement. Therefore, it looks to me, as long as and now, what is holding it in place, take a look at the red and black line out here, the red and black squiggly line, the red line being the 21-day and the blue line being the 50-day. Really, the 50-day here acting as a area of resistance ever since we saw that big downdraft day on June 20th. It's been tested here now for the past couple of trading sessions, but it looks to me like what the market wants to do, it wants to actually go and move higher. We are in a light trading session. It's going to be light volume all week. It's going to be lighter on Wednesday because of the shortened trading day. Probably will be light on Jobs Friday as well out here. And that, of course, includes today. So it shouldn't be any problem for the bulls to just simply try to push the market higher. Those levels being 15,122 in the futures. That is the 0.618 level. That is nothing more than a normal bounce. We are still in a market downtrend, and a move back up to the 0.618 level would be nothing more than normal or natural. Even to get up to the 0.786 retracement at 15,299. That, quite frankly, would be normal. In fact, you would be coming up and you would be testing the swing point from June 19th. So that's on the Dow. And you can see here on the Dow, it's only right around the 0.382 retracement level. Unlike the NASDAQ. Let's take a look at the NQ futures out here. And the NQ, well, I take that back. The NASDAQ futures, they're just a little bit more above the 0.382 retracement. But what we haven't seen here on this bounce up, we haven't really seen any kind of a bearish candle at all. All we saw on Friday was a doji out there. Now, dojis, to me, they mean more at a resistance level than they do any place else in the chart. And we really weren't at a resistance level here. It just meant that the market was losing steam out here, and that's what took place on Friday. Today, the steam seems to be to the upside. You're above the 0.382 retracement level. That says that the NQ should do a normal move. A normal move is a trade up to 29.63. Now, if the markets aren't able to do just normal moves off of that big expansion on the way down, and they were large expansions on the way down, it really tells you not only just how weak the market is, but it tells you to get ready for a very large move to the downside. But my suspicion right now is that the markets want to move north. They want to move, in this case here, in the NQ, want to move up to the 29.63 level. That's another 40 points above where it is trading right now. We go take a look here at the, let's pull up now the ES daily out here, the S&P futures on the daily. You can see it, too, trading right around the 0.382 level of the move down from May 22nd into last Monday's low out there. This says here that 1635 is game, 1628 is game on a move up. Most certainly what will be the confirmation that it wants to make that move is going to be a close above that downdraft bar from June 20th. That high is 1623. When we get back from our first break, we're going to go take a look at the metals marketplace. We're certainly going to take a look at the commodities, light sweet crude. We'll take a look at bonds as well. If we pull up light sweet crude here real quickly before we go to break, here is the longer-term descending price channel. And this is a long-term because this goes back all the way to the summer of 2008. Back in July of 2008 when we were looking at prices of around $147 for a barrel of light sweet crude. 877-927-6648. Give us a call, folks, and we can take a look at your stock chart. We'll be right back.
Who says you can't take it with you? TFNN says you can. With your mobile device and TFNN's live radio streams, TFNN has put it all in the palm of your hands. No special apps to download. No subscription fees for live radio or TigerTV streams. We say you can.
Now let's go over to the dollar, because the dollar is going to be the generator. It is the generator of basically higher dollar, lower market. And what the dollar has done, and this whole uptrend, folks, has just gone sideways. The way it works, folks, is this.
We say you can. The Tiger Financial News Network. Smart investors and professional traders know you can. TFNN.com. Educating investors. with the launch of TigerTV. TFNN has brought our programming to the next level. With TigerTV, you can gain access to each host's charts and computer screens as they host their daily stock program. Whether it's Tom O'Brien, Steve Rhodes, Basil Chapman, David White, Larry Pesavento, Andy Hecht, Victor Jones, or Daryl Martin, you can catch all of our technicians hosting their programs live and archived on TigerTV for your viewing pleasure 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. If you haven't checked out TigerTV, then visit TFNN.com and see what you're missing.
McEwen Mining is a high-growth, mid-tier producer in the Americas with a market capitalization of $1 billion. Experienced mining executive Rob McEwen, as chairman, CEO, and president, owns 25% of the outstanding shares of McEwen Mining and has put in place an ambitious business plan with the goal of qualifying for inclusion in the S&P 500 by 2015. With $70 million in cash and liquid assets as of the end of 2012 and completely debt-free, McEwen Mining is poised for growth. Production in 2013 is forecasted to grow at 24%, reaching 130,000 gold equivalent ounces, and over the next 3 years, McEwen Mining projects that their production will increase to 290,000 gold equivalent ounces, almost a threefold increase from last year's totals. If you'd like to find out more about McEwen Mining, click on their banner on the front page of TFNN.com or check them out on the NYSE or TSX under the symbol MUX.
Patterns, profits, and peace of mind.
Are you looking for a precision edge in the market? Something that can stack the odds in your favor? Then look into Larry Pesavento's trading newsletter.
Patterns, profits, and peace of mind.
In each weekly issue, Larry explains what's going to happen in the markets based on the pattern he sees developing and gives you actionable trade ideas based on those patterns. Plus, you'll get his detailed analysis on a variety of markets and sectors, including stocks, treasury bonds, the gold market, oil, the dollar, the Forex market, and more. You'll get access to all the patterns Larry is seeing in the markets, plus the Astro Harmonics and powerful Bradley stock market model that Larry utilizes for less than $5 a day. An extremely potent combination that will give you the edge you've been looking for. Try Patterns, Profits, and Peace of Mind absolutely free for 2 full weeks. That's an $85 value. Yours free when you register right now.
Get Larry's Patterns, Profits, and Peace of Mind.
And get the edge you've been looking for.
Many of our new listeners have heard about the Tiger's Den, but wondered, what exactly is it? The Tiger's Den is a lively community where professional traders and investors can meet, exchange ideas and information in a comfortable, moderated atmosphere. Hear all of your favorite TFNN shows, plus see all the charts as they happen, live during those shows, and have access to all those charts. You can test drive the Tiger's Den, absolutely free, for 30 days. It will greatly enrich your knowledge of these markets. Details on the Tiger's Den are on the front page of TFNN.com. Steve takes your phone calls now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Welcome back, folks. Before we went to break, we were looking at the longer-term chart for light sweet crude. And what it is, I went ahead and brought up the daily chart on my screen. And, you know, I like to take a look at a chart just totally fresh and then ignore what it is that we're actually looking at. So the symbol's in the, it's a small symbol up in the upper left-hand corner. And I find, this works for me best, is that, each day, you should really take a look at a chart, and you should take a look at it from a clean standpoint and see if there's any chart patterns out there that maybe you are missing, or how would you trade it. Now, the one chart pattern that really sticks out to me, which I drew in here obviously during the break, is the sideways consolidation that we're starting to see here in light sweet crude. And that's important because consolidation moves, well, they most certainly can be your friend. In this case here, we can see that light sweet crude has been consolidating ever since about the time frame of July a year ago. So between July of 2012, today's July 1st, and today, light sweet crude has been traveling in a trading range, we'll call the low of it somewhere around the 85 area. 86 area, just to be conservative, and we'll call the top of that range right around 98. So I'm going to say it's a 12, 13, 14-point consolidation range that it has been traveling in. Now, If, in fact, light sweet crude is unable to bust it up, and by busting it up, I would say it would have to clear the September 14, 2012 level. That would be $100.42, right now trading at $97.73. If it can't bust it up, what light sweet crude should do is try to go ahead and bust it down. Take it all the way back down to the bottom of the consolidation range, about $85. If, on the other hand, we actually see a breakout of this consolidation. Let's face it, it's been consolidating for 1 year's time. What we're going to see, whichever way light sweet crude breaks, we're going to see approximately a $12 trading range, or move, I should say, to the either upside or downside. In this case here, the upside would take us to, take 85 and add 12 to it, so we're at about $97. And $97... I'm sorry, we're at 97 right now. Let me take that back. Let me add 12 to 99. We'll just add it to 100. How about that? We'll call it $112. There, I could finally get my math out. Well, at $112, what happens is we get all the way back into the March 2012 high. That's 110.55. So any breakout of light sweet crude should take us back to a 100% move of a move and take us all the way back into about that 114-ish type rate. Well, either the swing point here from 2012, March of 2012, or it could come all the way back into the April 2011 time frame around 114. And that would just be a normal 100% move of a move out there in light sweet crude. That's where, if you take a look at the daily chart, so we see the consolidation, or I do, I hope you do as well, very clear. And now if we go back and we take a look at the monthly chart, the monthly chart would no question support that if, in fact, we get a breakout. And this would be a breakout, most certainly, because we're taking a look at a long-term descending price channel on the weekly chart, and we can see that light sweet crude here really been tinkering with this area for the last 5 weeks, ever since June. Or the end of, the first week in June of 2012 out here. So that's where light sweet crude is trading. Let's go take a look at Goldilocks, see what gold is doing right now. Gold is trading up a total of $16 out of $12.41. And on the gold chart out here, what we can see that actually took place, we can see a 1 to, well, maybe you can't. Let me just go ahead and get rid of these retracement lines here. So let me show you what we do have going on in gold. So gold, we made that low. We made that high volume low on April 16th. That was out at $13.21. Gold went ahead and made a retracement. And the retracement high came in on May 3rd. That level was $14.8720. What we're taking a look at is from that high down to the B point, which happened to be the trading session of May 20th. It got down to $13.3630. Makes a retracement. Now, if we take a look at that retracement, if we go from our A to B area, you'll see the retracement about a 0.618. That level been in $14.2960. It actually got up to $14.2330. So on a $1,400 instrument, I say we call it even Steven. Then it makes a 1 to 1.618 A to B equals CD. Now, the exact price amount of that A to B equals CD projection would have been $1,179.10. Folks, it got to a low on Friday of $1,179.40. And it did that as it made the 1 to 1.618 A to B equals CD. And it's the first time that we have seen the bears, or the bulls, actually step out. And now, could that have been some short covering rally? Yeah, who cares? It was the bulls were stepping out. You got a bullish engulfing out there. It engulfed the prior session. And so long as gold closes above this candle right here, that's where it's trading into right now. That candle is the June 27th high. That level is 1244.20. If, in fact, it's not closed above that yet, but if, in fact, it does, we're going to see a nice bounce in gold. 877-927-6648. We'll be right back, see how these markets are going to pop and whether or not they're going to drop.
Has the current market volatility continued to stop you out of trades when the market spikes against you? Now is the perfect time to open up an account with Nadex. Nadex, the North American Derivatives Exchange, is a brand new, completely regulated Chicago-based exchange, and unlike most other exchanges, Nadex allows you to trade directly through them with direct market access when using their completely free trading platform, which also features real-time charts and full customization capability. One of the advantages of trading with Nadex in volatile markets is that your risk is always capped and you have the ability of keeping your trades open even when the market spikes against you. Nadex is completely brand new with a line of unique trading products that are unavailable anywhere else. See how it works at nadex.com. That's Nadex.com. or click on the Nadex banner on the front page of TFNN.com. Futures and options trading involves risk and may not be appropriate for all investors. With the stock market flirting with all-time highs and volatility back, now is the perfect time for a 2-week free trial to Market Insights. On Monday, June 24th, Tom O'Brien closed out all 5 open positions in his daily newsletter Market Insights, with all trades being profitable and ranging from a 2.23% gain all the way to more than an 11% gain in just one position, for an incredible 32.7% profit combined between the 5 trades. Let Tom O'Brien's years of market experience work for you. If you'd like to see for yourself what kind of trading newsletter Tom O'Brien delivers to his clients each morning, then now is a perfect time to sign up for a 2-week free trial to his daily newsletter, Market Insights. In a volatile market like we currently have, the potential for fast market moves like we've seen recently is a trader's dream. So don't wait any longer. Sign up for your 2-week free trial to Market Insights today at the front page of TFNN.com. The Art of Timing the Trade charts has officially launched at TFNN. In collaboration with Tom O'Brien and using his best-selling book, The Art of Timing the Trade, Your Ultimate Trading Mastery System, David White has programmed an outstanding piece of software that will complement any trader's methodology. Using this first-of-its-kind software, The Art of Timing the Trade charts allows you to scan for Fibonacci formation setups, including Gartley's, butterflies, ABCs, and much more. The Art of Timing the Trade charts is designed to help you when scouring the market for stocks just beginning to form the trading patterns that many investors spend days, weeks, and even months searching to find. As part of our introductory pricing, we're offering licenses available at only $59 per month. We're so confident that you'll love this new outstanding piece of charting software that we'll even give you a 30-day unconditional money-back guarantee. Don't miss out on this incredible new piece of software. Lock in your low price today by ordering your copy at TFNN.com. Daryl Martin coined the phrase diagnostic trading, and we're happy to announce that his diagnostic box spread analyzer has finally been released. The Diagnostic Box Spread Analyzer helps you easily identify the best box spreads on Nadex in seconds, plus you receive access to the diagnostic deviation levels, as well as step-by-step training videos teaching you how to trade Nadex spreads so you can quickly master the mechanics of this simple yet powerful trading instrument. By pulling live data from the Nadex exchange, the Diagnostic Box Spread Analyzer does all the math for you, calculating risk, reward potential, distance to break even for both outright spreads and spreads used to hedge the underlying market. Visit the front page of TFNN.com today to get your 2-week free trial to Daryl Martin's Diagnostic Box Spread Analyzer and gain access to the valuable information it can provide when trading the Nadex box spreads.
This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
We're off to the races. We got the Dow up 89 points, S&P up 11, trade out at 1617, Composite up 32 points at 3435, Russell 2000 up 6 points out here. Leading the charge to the upside is the Composite. You've got Google up $8, Apple up 5, Microsoft up 20 ticks, Intel up 10, Cisco up 29 pennies. Leading the charge to the upside, Onyx Pharmaceuticals on buyout offers out there, up 51% this morning, up $44 and change. Google right behind them, up, well, not $44, but they're behind them anyways, up $7 and change. Pharma Cyclics, PCYC, they're up 9% this morning, up $7 and change as well. Tesla Motor, it's got its engines revved up 5%, up $5.80 right now. Apple up 5.16. Vertex Pharmaceuticals, VRTX up 4.47. Steinway Music, LVB is the ticker symbol. They're up 15% this morning. BioMarin Pharmaceuticals, boy, the pharmas are up. Celgene, Alexion, they're all up. To the downside, though, we've got News Corp. NWSA, News Corp down 52% this morning. I don't see the news behind it. We'll take a look at looks like it's actually halted here or delayed. It's off $17, so I don't know what the news behind that one is. There we go. I see an active trade in there. So that's off 52%. Interdigital IDCC is off 13% this morning. That's down $6 and change. Covidian COV off $5. Insmed INSM, that's off 23%, off 280. Let's see here. Other than ProShares, that's all that I see really to the downside. So you've got the Dow up 101 points right now, as I was talking about in gold here. Nice pattern completion, absolutely. You know, talk about something trading in the $1,200 range, and to miss your A to B equals CD by a total of what did I say? Maybe 50 cents out there. Was it? No, 11.79, 20 cents. How about that? A projection of 11.79.60 got to 11.79.40 out there. So gold needs to prove itself. You got the first piece of proof with the bullish engulfing. First piece of proof of a bounce out here, and for something that is so stretched and so bought or oversold out there, you can certainly see that as being one of the potential possibilities here inside gold. If we go take a look at silver, let's go see what silver did here. In the case of silver, really the same type of thing. What you're looking for in silver really is a close above that June 20, in my opinion, the June 26 candle, which is $19.58. Right now you're trading at $19.59 out there. And so that is in silver. Bonds, let's go see what bonds are doing out here. They're trading down just a bit, kind of just small-bodied candles the last couple of days. So bonds really kind of taking a quiet approach as it had formed its 1 to 1.272 A to B equals CD. No real bullish. You did get a nice little piercing candle. Almost a bullish engulfing candle right here on June the 26th. So we've seen a little bit of bullish action, but right now bonds I see bonds as looking for every short opportunity that you can find inside the bond marketplace. How about let's take a look here at natural gas, and we'll go take a look at some of these stocks here that are popping and dropping. Natural gas here breaking that rising price channel. We'll see. It should test it. So what at some point in time it'll test that long-term rising price channel. That takes you all the way back to the lows that were put in back in April of 2012 out there. Will today be the day? I don't know. Will we find a move lower? It's possible. The next move lower inside natural gas would take you to about 340, and that would be your 0.786 retracement off of the low, swing point low from February 15th out at $3.12 all the way up to the high. That was put in on that little shooting star candle on May 1st out there out at 444. Let's go take a look at some of these stocks here that are moving and grooving. Let's take a look at, let's put it here. Let's go take a look at Onyx Pharmaceuticals. ONXX is their ticker symbol. Let's take a look at the weekly chart out here. The weekly chart had a confirmed A to B equals CD. The B point is October 19th, 2012. The top of that is 93.18. The volume there, 5.4 million shares. The week of April 12th, 2013, closes above that area. Does it on more volume, 6.2 million shares. That was a confirmed A to B equals CD. Boy, now you're getting the big reward out of this because it has completed that move. 134.16 was the 1-to-1 A to B equals CD. The open on this was 132.98. The high at the open was at 132.63. The high 132.98. So very close to really completing that A to B equals CD. If you are in this trade here, or investment, now would be an excellent time to go ahead and take some money off of the table. You got a nice move here this morning, up with a big volume. So far, 5 million shares out there. But this has completed a move, 100%, not 100% move, A to B equals CD. Could have higher to go, but boy, I would really protect I'd really protect this gain out here in Onyx Pharmaceuticals. Let's go take a look at what else we have here that is moving. Regeneron Pharmaceuticals, REGN. Let's go see what that is doing today, what that is going against. It's the farmers that have been struggling. I think we looked at the IBB the other day, which was the ETF for the farmers, and it looked like they wanted higher price, and most certainly that's what we are seeing here. Now, in the case of Regeneron Pharmaceuticals, had a nice big up day on May Day out there. Actually, I take that back. It had wide price spread and good volume, 4.7 million shares. Remember, I know we had taken a look at this. I'm going to get rid of the red horizontal line here. And the thing that's always difficult is this candle right here. I don't know what occurred on April 30th. I'm going to draw a black line across the bottom of the screen here. And what I mean by that, high volume day, 15 million shares out there, but no wide price spread. And so it's key to watch that to see which side of price it is traveling. In this case here, what happened to Regeneron Pharmaceuticals is it came back and it tested that area, tested it on June 21st, did it with 3 million shares. Remember, it's really going against volume of 15 million shares. You can even use the lighter volume of 4.7 on the following trading session when we did have wide price spread. And then it also came back with 1.5 million shares on June 24th. This was on Monday. So it came back into an area that's got big volume. No reason to not expect the bounce that we are seeing here. And right now what it's trying to do is take out its B point, a small B point, albeit June 27th's high, 236.05. Only 1 million shares on that trading session, and so far today 156,000 in the first 11 minutes of trading. That A to B equals CD up. The smaller one would come off of last Monday's low up to Thursday's high at 236.05 and down to the low there on Friday. And because of that retracement, which is shallow, says that Regeneron would move up to about 262.25. Right now it's at 235.98. Assuming that you get the volume as it passes its B point, that would make a lot of sense. It makes sense to me because, number one, you would come back into that high volume bar from Mayday, and you would also be testing the swing point out here from June 7th. So looks to me like Regeneron Pharmaceuticals wants to head up into that 260-ish range out there. Let's take a look at News Corp. Let's see what we have going on inside here, down $17 and change. As I said, I don't know what the news is behind it. NW SA is the ticker symbol, but talk about a gap down. This one is a huge gap down. Boy, I wish I could. Maybe somebody in the den, if you see any news on News Corp out there, maybe you could post it in. It's not showing up on my screen out here. News Corp this morning, traveling at a price of $15. This is over a 50% haircut. It closed out on July 1st. We're in July 1st on Friday, at a price of $32.58 out there. So talk about, and if we take a look, this thing here had a breakout. This had a breakout here with volume, an untested breakout area, which was June 26. Well, it tested that today because it's well below that. That breakout had 73 million shares. The bottom of that was 21.20. You're traveling below that. Let me put the monthly chart on the screen for this here and see what we can see. So on the monthly chart, it's traveling inside the swing point now from August 31st. Looks like this will find support, or should find support, right around $13.38. But talk about a nasty-looking chart. That is on News Corp, NWSA out there. So getting hammered this morning. Again, I don't know what the news is behind that. Let's take a look at InterDigital Corp. IDCC is their ticker symbol. They're also getting taken to the woodshed this morning, IDCC. They're down about 15%. Boy, I see a number of stocks that have really just gotten crushed here this morning to the downside. Let's take a look at this one. This one here right now trading out at $37.48, taking out a swing point here, which was from April the 25th. But look at this and take a look at the volume all the way down here, high volume low from June 18th. It's got a number of high volume bars out here. It's trading into its last breakout right now. That was on the trading session right here of September the 28th. So you can see here, I'll go ahead and put a line across the screen, make it a little bit easier for you to look at. Now, I don't know, just like we looked at on the previous chart for Regeneron Pharmaceuticals, we have another one of these trading sessions. Wasn't really a breakout. It was September 28th, had high volume and not very much in the way of a wide price spread. The low of that bar was 36.32. You can see as we put my line across the screen out there, you can see how it traded down into that area, and that area right now is being defended. So this may be a support area. If it cannot hold this level, and this level, I would say, if we get below, if it gets below 33.06, what will happen is you'll see this move, probably, let's pull this back a little bit further out here. This will pull all the way back down into, well, the next candle session would be right around here on August 1st, 27 maybe to $31. But more likely, you'd see it come all the way back down, make a 100% move all the way down in the $22 area. That is on InterDigital Corp out there. Let's go take a look at Apple, see how Apple is trading, because Apple is trading into its swing point on Friday, and it was doing it with some volume. Here we go. We've got the Apple chart, and today it is gapped up. I believe it's gapped up, so let's see. So Apple has made a move all the way back into the low of April 19th. That low had 21 million shares out there. The low of that bar, 385.10. The high, 399.60. As we take a look at Friday's action, we'll take a look at Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Wednesday, you came back into it with 13 million shares, light volume. Thursday, light volume, 12 million shares. Friday, you come into it with 20 million shares. So 20 million shares going into 21.7 million shares, starting to come into it hot. Still lighter. Looked like it would really test the low of 385.10 before it released information to you, but it has a mind of its own. Let's see if there's a little bit of a gap here. The high of Friday was 400.27. The low of today so far, 400.22 out there. So no gap inside of 400.27. No gap out there inside of Apple. So where is Apple going? If we take a look at if the markets are going to move higher, where Apple should move to, it has not been walking. It has not been moving in lockstep with the markets. That's for sure. But a normal retracement on Apple, number one, 418. That's going to be your dead cat bounce. That's going to be your 0.382 retracement. But more likely, a move to 436.38 out there. That would be your 0.618 retracement level. Let's take a look here at, as long as I'm in here, let's see what else I've got inside. These are charts that we were looking at last week, I think. Alta Salon. Let's take a look at Alta Salon. That had a big breakout, and it's back up above its resistance area. And the resistance area that I'm referring to is where it had a breakdown, which takes us back into February 13th of this year. It broke down with volume of 7 million shares. That area was tested a few times. It actually closed above it finally last week, June 26th. But it closed above it on a volume of, 700,000 shares. Remember, the breakout or breakdown it's going against had 7 million shares to the downside. So now all that it's doing is getting back where it likely will form a triple top test out here, which is going to be somewhere in the range, and it's very close to that area right now. 102.56 is your January 3rd swing point high, and that will take you back into the time frame of September the 7th as well of 2012, right around 103.52. So that seems to be about the range that it is moving into, and most of the volume, with the exception here of the most recent breakout, June 12th, has really been to the downside out here, and that is on Alta Salon, which used to be a high flyer out there. I'm not so sure that I'd want to be stepping in front of this thing here just yet. Let's see here. What are we looking at? No, okay. I want to go back and take a look at Lululemon. Let's take a look at Lululemon out here. Lululemon had a big, huge downdraft on the trading session of June 11th. I think that might have been when they said they had see-through pants or something out there. It doesn't really matter what was the reason, but we did see a breakdown with volume, 28 million shares to the downside. Right now, what it's doing is just working off I want to refresh this here. It's just working off an oversold condition. We can see it got into, if we just simply use that relative strength, relative weakness indicator at the bottom here. The move here on the way up has been on light volume. Looks like Lululemon wants to try to get back up into that downdraft day from June 11th. Watch that one right at about the highs of 70.74 to 67.84. That's where it may give you the next sell signal. That is on Lululemon. Right now we've got the Dow up 106. S&P is up 12. We'll be right back, folks.
You take a hands-on approach to managing your investment strategy. You're always looking for the next trading opportunity to magnify your perspective. Direction Shares connects sophisticated traders with a powerful array of ETFs from a wide range of asset classes. The markets may go up and down, and you want tools for both sides of the trade. Discover how we can help at DirectionShares.com today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction shares at 800-851-0511. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors employing dynamic strategies. Investors in the fund should understand the consequences of seeking daily investment results, understand the risk of shorting, and intend to actively monitor and manage their investments. Distributor, Foreside Fund Services, LLC. David White's newsletter, The Technology Insider, is focused like a laser on finding the next big things in technology. If you had invested only $10,000 in Microsoft in 1986, you'd have been a millionaire by 2000. Disruptive technology like Microsoft's is the key to these massive long-term profits, and the Tech Insider is the vehicle from TFNN to capitalize on these opportunities. This is the go-to newsletter that identifies, monitors, and profits on mostly little-known cutting-edge companies with great long-term prospects. David's experience is as an inventor of Emmy-winning animation products for TV and Hollywood that propelled a company public. Match that with 14 years as a full-time trader, and he's uniquely qualified to guide you through the light-speed world of ever-evolving high-tech. If you're ready to ride the next big technology bull market for less than $40 per month, log on to TFNN.com and get your 2-week free trial to the Technology Insider. Get in on the ground floor of the next big thing today.
Recently, Basil Chapman has had some outstanding trades in his newsletter, The Opening Call. Each morning by 9 a.m., Basil uploads his newsletter to the TFNN servers so that his subscribers can access his expert trading advice. Basil gives his take on the direction of key indices and updates any active trades that his subscribers are currently in. Just recently, Basil subscribers closed out a short position in Chipotle Mexican Grill, CMG, for more than an $86 profit per share, over a 20% gain in just one position. If you'd like to try out Basil Chapman's newsletter, The Opening Call, then visit the front page of TFNN.com and click Trading Newsletters. There you'll find Basil's newsletter, The Opening Call, where you can request a free sample copy. Also, don't miss Basil's program, The Tiger Technicians Hour, Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. Eastern, on TFNN.
Tom O'Brien's weekly newsletter, The Gold Report, has helped subscribers for over 10 years navigate the high-risk world of exploring and producing gold companies. And now's a great time to sign up for a free month-long trial to see the kind of insight that Tom delivers for his subscribers on a weekly basis. Every Monday, Tom O'Brien issues a quick update on the metal market, giving you his take on the HUI, XAU, GLD, dollar, bonds, and much more. Tom follows Monday's update with a full gold report, which is delivered to subscribers Tuesday afternoon with detailed coverage of 24 separate gold or metal stocks, as well as another 10 to 15 stocks that he lets you know are on his potential watch list. Get your month-long free trial to the Gold Report today by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Don't spend another year navigating the metal markets on your own. Act early in 2013 and make the most of your gold and metal market investments.
Catch the Money Masters as they teach you the art of mastering money when it comes to trading and investing. Next on TFNN.
Welcome back, folks. We've got the Dow up 115 points right now, S&P up 14, the composite up 40 points. And let's see, New York Stock Exchange up 0.8%, up 74 points. Let me see what net advancing issues we've got today. Another wide breadth out there. Up 1,700 net advancing issues at the moment. Want to say a quick thank you to Hemi in the den, my wing person. Must have one of those great Hemi engines out there. Gave me a link here to a news article that News Corp and 21st Century Fox will begin trading as two separate companies today. That's that 50% haircut we were taking a look at in News Corp. So they're going to give investors a choice between an entertainment business and a publishing concern out there. Looks like the Two symbols are going to be NWSA, or maybe it's going to be NWS, and then Fox. FOXA should be the stock symbol out there. So that's the news. And again, thank you very much to Emmy in our Tigers den out there. We were taking a look at Lululemon before the break. Let's go over, take a look at some currency moves out here. Haven't spoken about the currency pairs this morning. So let's go do that, and let's look at, one of my favorites, and that is the Euro Japanese yen. And the reason is because this is the currency pair that absolutely tracks the market, and with the currencies being the larger of the two, it's good to understand what's going on between our friend, the euro, and the yen. It is now trying to complete A to B equals CD. That'll take you up to 131.27, maybe in that area. And if, in fact, that's what we see take place, that is going to be that little rocket fuel for the market that will continue to bolster these markets higher. Again, not a change in trend, an opportunity, a better opportunity to jump in on the short side out there. At least that is my read of the markets right now, and that's by putting together what's going on inside the futures market, what's going on inside the indexes, what is going on inside the currency market. And in the case of the currency market here, the euro-yen, really just simply great trading patterns. We started off with a butterfly sell pattern that came in here, 1.272 butterfly sell. That pattern completed on June 13th. That turned into a Gartley sell pattern up here. Look at that Fibonacci number, 1.618, B to C expansion and a 0.786 retracement. Again, very much like what we're looking at in our markets. And then we see price moving into this downtrend channel here. It breaks the channel after it creates a 0.786 Gartley buy pattern. Now that's turning into an A to B equals C. Your A point is going to be down at around the 12 noonish time frame on June 14th, right around 125.59. That's your A point. Your B point is the high put in around 4:30 or so in the morning on June the 20th, right around 129.73. Your C point coming in just as a test to the bottom of that price channel and completed the 0.786 Gartley buy on June 26 around 11:30 in the morning. And you can see on the moving average side here, everything is really in line for this to continue moving higher. Now, it needed to take a little bit of a rest here because it had made a 100% move of a move coming back into that 4 a.m. time frame on June 20th out there. But it's been resting. It's been trying to work off its oversold condition out here. It could continue moving sideways, but this will be the energy, in my opinion. This will be the gas in the gas tank that will go ahead and take the markets higher, those markets into a nice sell area, because what we have is we have volume to the downside, light volume to the upside. You can expect the same thing today, tomorrow, Wednesday for sure, and maybe it's Friday. Maybe it's going to be Jobs Friday when all cuts loose. Folks, thanks so much for being here. It is Marvelous Monday. Always remember this. You have an unbelievable, amazing, incredible power within yourself. That power, folks, it's so strong, it'll create a life of abundance, cure incurable diseases, build billion-dollar businesses, but most of all, folks, create fantastic, loving families. Thanks so much for being a part of the TFNN family. Have a great Monday. Look forward to seeing you soon. Take care, folks. Hi, folks. I'm Steve Rhodes with TFNN.com, and the trend is your friend until it changes. A free special report is now available on the homepage of TFNN.com, and if you have money in the markets, this free report is a must. If your strategy is buy and hold, this report is a must. If you're a day trader, a swing trader, a Forex or options trader, or just getting into the markets, this report is a must. And it's the second best gift you'll ever receive. Look, if you buy a stock and the general market is trending in the other direction, you've reduced your odds of buying at the right time by 70%. Instead, let me teach you how to get that 70% advantage plus. The plus is a free trial to my daily newsletter service, Mastering Probability. There's no upfront deposit, no charge to your credit card, and I compress decades of education into each daily newsletter. This is a limited time offer, so act now, and I'll teach you how to take the trend and turn it into your best friend. All the details are on the homepage of TFNN.com. Act now.